This episode of Beautiful Bones reveals why Natsuko's bones was in the possession of Sasaki and what happened to Sasaki's sister. And let me first clear something up. Masamichi isn't the sister of Sasaki, but from what I saw in the end of this episode, Masamichi is gonna have a great part to play later down the line of this show. So yeah. And the real sister, she is still alive, and she is called Haru Sayuki, and she was born without functions in her legs, which was why the father of Sasaki and Sayuki brought in Natsuko to care for Sayuki, and we find out that Sayuki and Natsuko, they became close friends really fast. And the brother Sasaki, he actually fell in love with her, but because of the way the times was back then, he couldn't have her because she was at a lower standing, so it wouldn't be proper for him to marry her, which is really sad. And let's just say it like this story is really sad because what actually causes Natsuko to have to leave what's it called, the place where Sayuki is, wasn't because she did some mistreatment. It was actually because she covered up for the Sayuki, because Sayuki, she fell in love with one of the father's acquaintance and became pregnant. But she finds out that the one she fell in love with already had a family. So in order to basically ensure that there wouldn't fall shame on Sayuki, Natsuko, she lied and told people that it was her child. So yeah, it was really sad, and that ruined Sayuki or Natsuko's reputation. However, Sasaki would most likely still have pursued her because he became a teacher because he wanted to marry her. But when he finds the bone of what's called the child, and he sees that the child has a longer index uh, toe than the big toe, then he realized, then which is a common trait in his family, he thinks that Natsuko and him is half siblings, so he gives up on marrying her. So Natsuko, she sacrifices actually everything and kind of ruins two. You could say that Sayuki ruined both her brothers and Natsuko's life. So that's really sad, especially when what's it called? Uh, Soichiro, he gives her the picture and she reads on the back. It's actually not a sad message. It's actually a happy one. So even for Sayuki, she kind of ruined Natsuko's life. She didn't carry it any grudge. So yeah, that's really, really sad. I'm actually almost about to cry now. Oh man. But let's now get to Sakurako and the cat that she stole. The reason she stole the cat was because it actually was a cat, from what I understand, that belonged to Sasaki. It was called Radius, which is the bone that is placed here. This is Ulna, and this is Radius. This is Radius, and this is Ulna. So yeah, and the reason she stole it was because Ulna and Radius, when they was alive, was close together, and she wanted to ensure that they could be together after death. And the way they actually died was by poisoning. Someone poisoned them, and oh man, it's sad because we learned that they suffered really greatly. And also, the person that actually taught what's it called, Sakurako to do, I think that conservation thing. It is actually, or not conservation, where you basically take all the meat off the bones and stuff, and yeah, I'm not sure what it's called. Ostolorigi, I think it's called. I'm not sure. That was actually Sasaki when she came with Ulna, and he knew that it was what she wanted. So her skills is actually taught by Sasaki, which is really interesting. And she seems to be really happy that when Yotaro tells her that she don't have to give back that cat because she really wanted Ulna and Radius to be together in death. So yeah, she really didn't want that. What is it called? So when he says that she can keep it if she gives some fox bones up, that makes her really happy. And actually, I almost forgot one thing. that is really important, and that was that what she called Sayuki. She really wanted to bury what she called Natsuko's and the baby's bones in the family graves of the. I'm not sure what they are called. I think it's Harum because of her first name. So yeah, and that is of course because she wanted to make it right by basically including Natsuko in their family because she ruined their life, as I already have said. So it's a really sad but also beautiful story because Sayuki, she isn't one that just egotistically and thinks it's my it's better that I'm happy than that this girl is happy. She don't deserve happiness. If I cannot be happy, then she shall not be happy. She's not that. She knows that she has done wrong and she wanna try to correct it. At least she cannot do it in life, so because that would mean that she would have to basically shame herself and shame the man that she loved. So she at least tries to do it in death. And with that said, guys, have a good day, good night, wherever you are. And I think I'm gonna watch the next episode and try to catch up today. So see you guys later and cheers.